Ah, my queen. It is the king, your majesty. I am afraid that his grace is proving rather temperamental at this time. Agreed, my queen. The king should be recovering, but I am afraid that his grace is very eager to return to the foray of the front lines. I am afraid so, my queen. When the king battled the sanguinary god of the vampires, he was struck with an attack which has poisoned his blood with foul sorcery. I fear to say that if it was not for his draconic constitution, he would have left us 2 weeks ago. Yes, he's been recovering for 3 weeks, but he is only now beginning to truly recover. He is growing volatile in his idleness. We kindly ask that you speak to him. He is a stalwart leader and the people worry. But he must understand if he does not rest, his wounds will only worsen. Rest is the only way we can remove the poison from his system. Very good, my queen. I will fetch him some tonics, but he is in his room with some of the Sisters of the Cradle. Very good, my queen.
Said unhand me! Get off! Take me to the council chamber. I do not care. Take me to the chamber. You heard your queen. Leave us. I apologize, my love. It displeases me for you to see me in such a state of anger. I am a king with a war to fight. There is no time for rest. Now I need to... Fine. It's my arm. They say it's foul magic, rotting my flesh and blood. Those cursed vampires. How am I to rest when we have a war to fight? It is pathetic for a king to lie in his bed for 3 weeks. My advisors say the same as the healers. To rest, to allow my generals to make plans in my absence. Because the people must see their king. The great ancestors make their demands of me. They are displeased with my progress thus far. I understand, but they are concerned. The boy king and the girl queen of the north. They have something. There's a reason they were down there meddling with the foul bloodspawn. I don't know. That is what worries me. And I am here, fetid and rotting in my bed. I know what the healers say. Bring me some water, please. The healers were trying to give me those tonics to offset the decay. I'll not sit here and be pumped full of tonics and alchemy. I need to get back to work. I can do what I please. I am the king of dragons, the scaled monarch. I do what I please. There is no force alive that can stop me. Maybe you, perhaps. But you have a sway, don't you? Yes. The healers say it is safe to touch me. The infection is contained to my body. I will take my tonics, if you give them to me. Yes, that one. You would think if these things were so important to life, they'd take away their foul taste. Here, that one is next. Better in time, I suppose. The effects need to kick in. Painful. That's how it feels. It is like my blood is filled with red-hot blades. I know I need to rest. And it has been kind of you to visit me. Coming from the east to see me. How are things there in our domain? No sign of the Serpent Prince. What of the people of the East? Well, there will always be resistance, but I believe your gentle hand in ruling them will be better. I seemed troubled because I was defeated. I let the king and queen of the north slip from my fingers. That I did. I took several of the vampires' guardsmen and ripped their heads from their bodies before being subjugated by this wound. My warriors said it was an arrow cast from the finger of a sanguinary guardsman, made of rotted blood, thinner than a needle, shot straight through my body, my armor, and my scales. I was weak to withdraw. Wise, yes, but weak. I don't know. That's what perplexes me. King Elejan and the Queen of the North were traveling south for something. The vampires came to help. They would only do that if they were in partnership with them. What would those foul mainland scum want with the foul-blooded? No, not soldiers. Something else. Information, I fear. I'm not entirely sure. The only thing alive from the time of the dragon's first exile is the great ancestors, the dragons themselves, and the vampires. I fear they may have information from the days of the one true king. Information from the first exile. It means that we are vulnerable. If my worst fears are realized. I'm unsure. My council of advisors have multiple plans. No. Listen. I wish for you to join me. I understand I need to rest, but if they have information that can best us, we must learn what it is and make a plan sooner rather than later. Do this for me, my love. Take me to the ancestral flame. I'm sure. Lend me your shoulder, my love. Come. No, you've not seen it before. You love it. You will find it most interesting. I have consulted the ancestral flame a handful of times before. It is a wise tool, a good tool in times like this, when the kings and queens of the past were torn. They can seek the counsel of those before them.
Siadar, Jakare Kama Sikke Makunaya.
Yes. Makare ka sinikare, siadar siekwe, makole bakalsi.
Misane, Bukase.
This is the ancestral flame. A great magical artifact created by the first kings and queens of the Isle. You do nothing, my dear. Just be with me. Thank you, my Ember. Para se que apare, si atare se cunya kapakele, masuto yita kalesa, beda kasa. King Varlas, of the blood of the great ancestor Casus.
Rise of the blood of Casus. Offer your key.
The key is royal blood. Upon the dragon's stone, my blood will be the key to speak to the ancestors.
The blood of Casus, the great purple wing. The ancestral flame will speak to Varlas, son of Varlas, and the blood of the great ancestors.
Our enemies of the mainland, they possess information. Something I fear may be used to defeat us and sentence us to another 1,000 years of exile. How am I to approach this? My council advises. Some propose I scorch the mainland. Wipe out all mainland dwellers. But...
I am Rag, of the blood of Brutus.
Greetings, Siadar past.
Is this the blood of Casus that sits on our throne? You seem wounded.
I was poisoned in battle with the sanguinary guard.
It seems that your invasion has met a stalemate. I sense discord in you. The mainlanders have not yet bent the knee.
We cannot expect the mainlanders to simply bend the knee. We would not do the same if they came. Their resistance is expected.
And that resistance should be stamped out in scale and fire. Do not be weak to allow the mainlanders to step over our kind. Show them our fury.
Yes, but if we meet resistance with widespread fire and blood, what will we be? We are not liberators of our people, we are butchers.
You speak of mercy. Do you care nothing for our people?
Of course I value the people of the Isle above all else. But what will our people think of us if we rule the wastelands which we have scorched into nothingness? Resistance may be, enemy armies certainly, if the need arises. But civilians, men, women, children. We are a nation that was born taking in refugees, the unwanted and the exiled. We would be hypocrites.
Listen to this fetid blubbering. It was in my reign that I began to plan the invasion home. It was in my reign that I formed the Court of Blood. Such incompetence when it came to running this isle. I chose that it should only be the strongest that rule. And with the blood of Brutus in my veins, I destroyed all those who opposed me. The same blood court you battled in to win the throne. There is no place for weakness in our society. The great ancestors understand it. They are strong and mighty.
The great ancestors are that exactly. Mighty beasts of ancient times. They know their own strength and their desire.
But you understand the great ancestors' desire to return our people to the mainland.
I understand their desire to return home. I question their understanding of us. Two-legged folk who walk so much smaller to them, whose needs are different.
You are perplexing. Varlas, blood of Casus. Go with my rage. And know that there are those on that foul mainland who deserve our fire.
of the blood of Ventura.
Greetings, Queen of Old.
You seem to preach of mercy for the mainlanders. You wish to see many of them spared, despite the crimes those of the mainland have committed against our great ancestors.
I ask forgiveness. In the time of the first exile, the dragons were at war. A war they did not begin. It is in the nature of a dragon to do as it pleases. But now we have a different approach. We are their vassals on the ground. We can speak the languages of the mainland. We can relate in form and shape and societal means. The people who rule the mainland now are not those who sentenced us to exile all those years ago. They did not even know we existed. We were but stories for children. I believe it would be better if we seek a diplomatic end. We have shown them our might. We have rendered the East subjugated, a display of power, as I did in the North during its Jubilee celebrating its restoration. They are afraid.
I see. This war has not been fought for long. Why do you act in such haste to seek this diplomatic end?
They fear the fire we will bring. But now they have the means to potentially fight back effectively.
You are concerned about this weapon they possess?
I believe if we let this fester for too long, we will have no choice but to wipe out the mainland entirely. Render its mainland kingdoms and its castles into nothing but ashen wastes. Melted stone.
But what would such a display of brutality tell them? And I do not mean those of the mainland, but our people. What would we show them? That we are nothing but great beasts who live to come, guilty and innocent alike.
So what should I do?
When I was queen of the Scaled Isle, all crimes were sentenced with death, whether it be murder or mere thievery. They were put before the dragon fire. It was believed that only such absolute punishment would be suitable. But I saw another way. Despite their many crimes, I saw that these people could find redemption with mercy. That if they were given the chance to speak, to learn, and to redeem themselves, that they could blossom into something greater. Our people praised me for this, as with this newfound sense of justice, we flourished and became an example of righteous mercy, which all our people came to embody. This you must share with the mainlanders. Show them our might, but show them our mercy before it is too late.
Very well. If we can make one last great display, perhaps we can bring them to heel. Allow us to coexist.
Go with my blessing, blood of Caucasus.
I am King Varlas, of the blood of Makra.
Greetings, wise Siadar of the past.
It was in my reign that we truly opened the seas of the Isle to all the exiles of the world. With my command, we made this nation a sanctuary of the unwanted and the unloved. Much like you, my intentions were noble. But much like you, I too lacked an essence of balance.
What balance?
The spirits of the past tell you of mercy and brutality. The words of brutality are true. If we were to wipe out the mainland, we would never fear exile again.
I am a king, not a butcher.
That is right. As rulers, We must be pillars of our morality. We must stand to be an example for our people, and embody our values through our actions. You love our people.
I love my people with all my heart.
And we must defend those we love, even if that means taking many lives. When I was king, I opened this isle to many. Some who came, however, did not seek sanctuary or repentance. They sought only to continue their wickedness and vile deeds here. So I destroyed them. Because in the eyes of some, we will always be monsters. Unwanted, unloved, and simple means to an end. There is no difference here.
But I do not want the legacy of the Dragon Kin and of the Scaled Isle to be a nation of butchers. But I understand your necessity, and that we may never truly be welcome in the eyes of some.
It is up to you now to find that balance, to defend our people, not only in body, but in soul. It is our morals that make our soul whole. We must decide who we spare and who we must destroy. The balance of mercy and annihilation is sensitive. But we have faith in you.
Yes, the flame has nothing more to offer me. I'm fine. I'm fine. I do not know. The balance must be struck. But if I am to do this, I must rest. Yes. Take me back to my chambers, my love. Great ancestor, I kneel before the mighty blood of Casus. Yes, great ancestor. I sought the counsel of the ancestral flame. I believe that if we are to be victorious, we must strike a balance. No, we will not submit to the mainlanders. But I fear they have a weapon. Something that could be used to send us into exile again, and... Yes, fire and blood. Yes, yes, fire and devastation, my great ancestor, but I fear what the people will believe if we are seen as butchers who scorch all. But if we strike a diplomatic deal, show our might as we have in the East, we will know a freedom and a coexistence. We will never have to face the rebellion against our people. Against the dragons, as there was in the past. I am acting in our best interest. I assure you, that is not necessary. I will do what needs to be done. Take me to my bed. You cannot speak their language. Only the blood of the ancients can. I must sleep and think. Stay with me. Please. Just rest with me. I need you by my side, my love. Thank you. Yes. Rest. I must rest. Please, do not leave my side. Summon the Council of Advisors to my chambers. Tell them to prepare a battle force to go to the north. If the boy, king, and queen have information, I'll summon the other rulers. Prepare a battle plan against us. That is when we strike. We go with a force unmatched. Then we negotiate. I will speak to my great ancestor. The great ancestor Casus will understand, I hope. But we will see. For now I must rest. Sleep by my side. It will calm as I rest. But it will calm quicker when you are by my side, my ember. When you are by my side, my flame will never fully extinguish. Yes. Sleep. Sleep. I see he has rested. You have done us a great service, my queen. Yes, of course. As you command. I brought his tonics, though. The people speak well of our king. Your actions in the East. They speak of our might, the king's might. But they speak of your mercy that you show the mainlanders. I believe that is the right path. Fire and mercy. Kindness
to the people. But at the same time, fire is a destructive thing. But what do we whisper was stolen from the gods to give power and life to man? That is the duality of fire. And that is the duality of you. The people who pray for the king's recovery. Thank you, my queen. You are true to your post. Of course, my queen. I shall leave him to rest.
Special thanks to the channel patrons, including Daniela Brannan, Larkley, Mazmiko, Kelsey Brock, Zephyrus, Ratch1130, Red King's Knight, Candid, Angel Bridgeford, Dr. Leachy, Madam Little Witch, Cookie, Puppet and Tear, Battletech, Ryan Y. Gaia, Charlie Radio Static, Train Milk Tea, Yuri Tashima, A Dozen Roses, Clementine0068, Owen, Darkfire238, Silverin, Sakura Mochizuki, Kagome Woods, The Insane One, Mikaya Roll, Tiger Mori, Nenzi Star, Pocky, Jahimi Nanami, and Core the Owl Lady.